What's going on, guys? Juice Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a new transfer episode today. The date is going to be Sunday the 23rd of February. We have confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous episode will be down below in the description box, and today's question of the day: in your opinion, what is the best league in the world? Right, so first up, Sunderland have signed former Ipswich Town and Colorado Rapids defender Tommy Smith. It's a free transfer and he signed a contract until the end of the season. A transfer now, which I'll explain in more detail in just a second, is going to be Sevilla player Daniel Carrizo. And he has now joined Chinese Super League side Wuhan Zal at a reported fee of €2 million. And obviously, because of Wuhan, people have been questioning this transfer, and that is because of the coronavirus. Now, I will say that I don't know the 100% facts on this, but apparently Wuhan's side have been training in Spain on a winter break since December. And the CSL itself, like Chinese Super League, the start of it has been delayed because of the escalation of the coronavirus. And again, people are like questioning whether he'll actually be playing in Wuhan or not, because I believe it's still in lockdown. But yeah, I doubt they'll be playing for a little bit of time. French World Cup winning defender Adil Rami has joined Russian side FC Sochi on a free transfer. That was just hours after being released by Turkish giants Fenerbahce. Sochi are currently sat bottom of the 16-team Russian Premier League, and he only joined Fenerbahce in the summer transfer window on a free from Marseille. I think he only played like one match for them, and the transfer really didn't work out. Loris Karius is set to return to Liverpool this summer. Besiktas are currently sitting outside of the European spots in the Turkish Super League, making his obligation to buy an option to buy instead, which a Turkish club do not intend to trigger, and this source is The Athletic. I very much doubt Karius has got any type of future at Anfield, so Liverpool are probably looking to sell him in the summer window. Real Madrid could be ready to make a move for Rennes starlet Eduardo Camavinga this summer, and this story is from Marca in Spain. The club have allegedly been trailing the 17-year-old for 2 years, and they believe they need to make a move sooner rather than later, because if they do wait too long, they may well miss out. Camavinga is thought to be valued at around €70 million, and Real do see him as the ideal long-term replacement for Brazilian midfielder Casemiro, whose future has been up in the air a little bit, suggesting that he could be going to Juventus, and Madrid might be planning for the future without him. Another centre midfielder linked to Real Madrid now, according to Don Ballon, is that super agent George Mendes has made Real Madrid aware of Ruben Neves' availability. Mendes would like to see the 22-year-old move to the Santiago Bernabeu, but the Blancos would have to fork out around €80 million or £67 million for his services. And Neves is a player I rate very, very highly. He's fantastic at passing, he reads the game very well, and of course, he can score some absolute screamers. Like his technique in that volley a couple days ago, the whole Chester volley in the Europa League was absolutely sensational, and I think whatever club he does go to, or if he stays at Wolves for a little bit longer, he's got a very, very good career ahead of him. And next up, Calcio Mercato are saying that Inter want Bayern Munich to take up their option to sign Ivan Perisic for €20 million. Inter are eager to get the Croatian off their books, but the German champions have yet to decide whether to commit to a permanent deal. And Sport 1 do add that Perisic will seek to stay in Germany once his temporary deal is up. He doesn't have any intention or interest in returning to Inter, so if a deal can't be worked out for Bayern Munich, he intends to still stay in the Bundesliga. Southampton will try to bring Adam Lallana back to his boyhood club, according to the Express. The 31-year-old is out of contract at the end of the season, and the Saints are weighing up an approach, though Leicester City have also been linked to a move. He left the Saints back in 2014 to make a move to Liverpool, and now is set to go on a free transfer. Manchester United are weighing up a summer transfer bid for Diogo Jota, according to Calcio Mercato. The Portuguese winger has been in fine form for Wolves this season, and United have been paying close attention to his development. Liverpool are planning a move for 23-year-old Werder Bremen and Kosovo midfielder Milo Rashica. He has got a 38 million or a 31.5 million pound buyout clause in his contract, and that story is from Bild, though they do face competition from Borussia Dortmund. Like, Dortmund have been linked to Rashica as a potential replacement for Jadon Sancho, who does look like to be returning to the Premier League sooner rather than later. The next story is from the Daily Mail. The SN Stoke midfielder Imbula is in talks with Lokomotiv Moscow over a permanent transfer. The 27-year-old is expected to complete a move in the coming days, with the Russian transfer window not set to close until Saturday, so it would have closed just a few hours ago for you guys. He hasn't played a game for Stoke City since 2017, and he spent the first half of the season on loan to Italian Serie A side Lecce. And I think that loan deal has been cancelled now, so the move to Russia, if it hasn't been confirmed by now, it's probably broken down. Barcelona are plotting a move for Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana, according to Sport. Chelsea are already considering a summer bid for the Cameroon international, but Barca are interested in bringing him back to the Camp Nou. Obviously, Chelsea are preparing to sell Kepa, and right now in the Premier League are using Willy Caballero, and they're looking for a replacement. But the 23-year-old spent 5 years with a Catalan side before making the move to Ajax in 2015. Juventus have made Kimpembe one of their top summer targets, according to reports in France. The Italian champions need to strengthen its centre-back in the next transfer window, and the 24-year-old has made it into their list. Kimpembe has fallen out of favour and fallen out in general with Thomas Tuchel, and reportedly wants to leave the French Giants this summer. The article doesn't mention how much he would cost, but there is some apparent real interest there. And the next story is from Marca yet again. They're saying Real Madrid plan to make Martin Odegaard the successor to Luka Modric. That is should the Croatian star choose to leave, with his contract set to expire in June 2021. He is obviously likely to find no shortage of interest if he does decide to go, and he has been linked to likes of Inter Milan and maybe even a move to the MLS. And to be fair, he spent 8 fantastic seasons at the Bernabeu. And onto the topic of Martin Odegaard, he's been fantastic the last couple of seasons out on loan. He joined Real Madrid at such a young age, and people started writing him off very, very early. But the recent loan moves to Vitesse in the Eredivisie last year, and now Real Sociedad in Spain, he's starting to prove why there was so much hype about him in the first place. A very short one from Corriere dello Sport is that Inter Milan are keen to sign Tottenham centre-back Jan Vertonghen as a free agent this summer. His contract is set to expire, and he could well follow Christian Eriksen making the switch from London to Milan. And he's a player that I know Tottenham fans really like him, but his form has significantly dipped the last couple of seasons. But whatever way you look at it, Vertonghen on a free transfer, an experienced centre-back which still has got a lot of quality, I think it would be a good move for Inter if they manage to pull it off. The next story comes from Calcio Mercato, and they are saying that Barca and Manchester City will have to pay dearly as if they want to sign Milan Skriniar from Inter Milan. The Inter defender was subject of a 65 million plus bonuses offer that was turned down by the club. That was very recently, and there was reported interest from Real Madrid and Barcelona, and in order to get him away from the San Siro, they would only consider bids upwards of 90 million euros, or around £75 million. And despite City having this European ban, I still think they will be targeting a very good centre-back in the summer transfer window, and Milan Skriniar definitely ticks that box. And the next story is that Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola insists he has no problem with Sterling talking about the possibility of a move to Real Madrid. Sterling was quizzed by Spanish outlet AS recently, literally just a couple days ago, and was asked about joining Real Madrid. And this was basically in light of Manchester City's 2-year European competition ban. And the quotes do say, he said he was really happy to stay at City and currently really happy at the club, but he did add that I am always open to challenges. And obviously Sterling's future has been up in the air a tad recently. I think he may go to Real Madrid at some point in his career. Whether it is this upcoming summer transfer window or in a few years' time, we'll probably have to wait and see. Juventus are interested in signing Bayern Munich defender THIAGO, according to Tuttosport. The Bianconeri will turn their attention to the Spanish playmaker if they fail to re-sign Paul Pogba from Manchester United. The There are rumours saying they're offering £50 million plus Aaron Ramsey to United for the midfielder, but they do face competition from Real Madrid. And as for Thiago, he's a very underrated player. Like, when you watch him, you realise how good he is, his passing range, his dribbling, his overall reading of the game. Like, people think he's like a flair player, very good at creating, but defensively, he's just as good. And Tuttosport do add that there may be two other players they're interested in, Tonali from Brescia and Houssam Aouar from Lyon. And like the third or fourth midfielder linked to Real Madrid today, according to AS, is that Real are interested in signing Napoli midfielder Fabian Ruiz. The Blancos sent scouts to watch the 23-year-old in action during the Italian side's 2-1 win away at Brescia on Friday night. Talks over a new contract between Napoli and Ruiz have stalled in recent weeks, and Madrid are now weighing up an €18 million summer bid, though again, Barcelona are said to be interested on top of this. And the next story comes from a transfer window podcast on Le 10 Sport. They're saying that Barca are ready to firm up their long-term interest in Manchester City star Bernardo Silva. With City expelled from the Champions League, Barca could be hoping to sweep for Silva on a cut price deal. However, Silva would appear to be one of the players that Pep Guardiola would be most desperate to keep at the Etihad, and the rumours saying that City might have like a massive clear out is very, very, very unlikely. Sorry if I said transfer ban at any point today, by the way. Obviously, I meant European ban, but I've reiterated it many times that City are banned from European competition for 2 years, but it's so unlikely they'll have to sell key players. They might well sell Leroy Sané to Bayern Munich, but that transfer in my opinion wouldn't be because of this current situation, as it was very close to happening in the summer transfer window last year. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous episode will be down below in the description box, and today's question of the day: what is the best league in world football in your opinion? So thank you for watching the video, I'll see you next time.